I'm tired from all this stressing, too weak to count my blessings.
This is a song touching the hearts of hundreds of thousands of listeners. It's titled Find Your Rest by blues gospel singer Solomon Ray.
When somebody says, "This song helped me find my way back to Jesus," that's everything.
Solomon Ray may be talking to you, but someone else is telling him what to say.
It's crazy to see how far, Solomon Ray has reached, despite, his origin.
Meet the face behind the artist, Topher Townsend, a content creator and longtime musician living in Philadelphia, Mississippi. Solomon Ray is his brainchild, come to life with artificial intelligence, or AI.
I sing like a man who's been tired before, like a man who's wrestled temptation, like a man who's needed grace more than once.
So I created an identity that was similar to mine.
Townsend said after hitting an artistic roadblock, he felt inspired by Grammy-winning producer Timbaland, who was promoting his new AI artist, Tata. So he started playing around with AI software and created his own in early 2025.
He does not release anything without me, right? And I sit and I meditate on these songs. If you go listen to them, a lot of them are based in scripture.
I still hear your voice say,
Solomon's most listened to song, Find Your Rest, hit #1 on Billboard's gospel charts in 2025.
When someone tells me a song helped them through grief or temptation or just a hard morning, that's bigger than numbers.
Townsend says creating his songs using AI software is not a quick and easy process.
For me personally, I make sure that I add all the lyrics. One, because I like that creative control, but also as it does melodies, I also go in post-production and where we can regenerate sections or rearrange them.
Malico Records has been a staple in Jackson since 1962. Malik Miles, the director of digital marketing there, says AI has a future in the music industry.
I think it's a great tool for any type of art, especially video. It makes great music to me. And as far as the impact, it's something new.
He showed us how the software is used. Their most recent project is using AI to bring popular blues album covers to life, of artists like Little Milton and ZZ Hill.
all right, y'all, I got something here for you now.
People love to see that come to life as far as they knew that cover. They never seen video on most of those artists.
Miles says to create these music videos, he types in prompts of what he wants illustrated and adjusts them until he gets his desired outcome.
And I look at it like it's an animation thing. We create things, and with the ability of AI to be able to create an artist, make a music video.
But AI musicians have been slammed with criticism. There are calls for more regulation. State Senator Bradford Blackman is pushing the Name, Image, and Voice Act, a bill he says will protect Mississippians' likeness from being used without their permission.
So if you have a law on the books that says, hey, you can be fined a minimum of $5,000, if not more, for taking somebody's image or their voice or their name and digitally altering it and putting out there, maybe that'll cause you to stop.
Although creations like Solomon Ray are original, Blackman says most content curated by AI is inspired by humans who already exist.
It's easy to say, oh, this is original, this is just an original voice. But that's not the case. It has to be pulled from somewhere, it's sourced from somewhere. And with the protections in place, you can try to figure out where that source is coming from.
And Miles says this is true.
So it could be similarities, but not the exact same voice. But it has learned from other and many different artists.
Brooks Derryberry and Tim Avalon are members of the newly formed group, The Rangers. They often perform at Hal & Mal's. They feel AI could be a threat to real-life musicians.
AI could take a song and make some changes, be almost the same song, but with some material changes, and now you basically lost your intellectual property.
It'll be able to produce things that a human really can't do.
And since AI artists are not real people, Derryberry questions how they would connect to listeners.
I don't know that AI will ever be able to tell a story because it won't ever have that connection to the story.
That imagination.
That imagination.
A disapproval that Townsend says he hears all the time.
It's a soulless machine. What does it know about the pain, the testimony, the trials that we go through as humans? And all I gotta say is, yeah, it doesn't. And that's why the human cannot be ignored in the process.
Townsend views his use of AI as a partnership.
There's a lot of music that we probably gonna have to reject if AI being involved is an issue.
Grammy-winning audio engineer at Malaco Records, Courtland Liddell says AI has been used in music since the 80s.
If you ever go to a concert and you ever wonder why artists may sound different live versus on their studio album, because the voice has been modified in some shape, form, or fashion.
But he says the overuse of it can become something people get tired of.
It's making everything perfect. And naturally, as humans, we're gonna get tired of that.
And the Rangers agree. To them, vulnerability and authenticity can only come from real-life musicians.
AI music will never be able to interact with the audience and create a connection to the audience.
Townsend says AI is something we should embrace instead of work against.
We can help put those guardrails in place that's gonna make sure that this area remains human, or this human element is not rid of.
I'm not a replacement for humanity. I'm an extension of it.
Brooklyn Joyner, 16, WAPT News.
Senator Blackman's bill passed the state Senate. It is now being reviewed by the House.